I don't want to build something that meets this one business case and then I have to do everything over again to handle this other business use case. I want to make sure that I'm focusing on those components that are going to find use across lots of our applications. Tip 3 is the BRRRR strategy. And here, the BRRRR strategy is building for reusability, reusing packages and subtasks, and then repeating, and doing that over again. The focus here is making sure that as we start to build our automations, that we're focusing on reuse. What applications are we seeing that lots of bots will need to interface with? If we have that repeated over and over again, that's where we want to focus on building, let's say, a reusable package that other developers could use to automate against that application. Take the example of BRRRR, for example. Let's say that Factory A is creating a use case where they have to automate some kind of business process, but it requires pulling credentials from BRRRR. If they build a package that allows them to interface with BRRRR, that package can then be reused by Factory B and Factory C and Factory D as they take on automation opportunities. So that benefit is that we can build more quickly in the future because we don't have to rebuild all these components over and over again. This is especially important for empowering our bot builders, and this includes IT developers. It also includes citizen developers. If there are internal applications or services that we're frequently interfacing with, we should build that out as a package or a subtask that can be used by these other developers so they don't have to start from scratch every single time. Again, a lot of these citizen developers may not have experience in interfacing with RESTful web services, right? Or how to parse a JSON. So if we can build packages that enable them to do some of this stuff on their own, right? Hey, I'm going to make a package. It calls this service. It spits back the data you need and an easy to use dictionary. Perfect. That's all they need. So our actionable takeaways here. First, we want to create a culture of reuse, and we want to focus on those packages and bot that we develop for commonly used internal applications. So make sure that as a COE, we're talking to the different factories. We're making sure that as they think about different opportunities, whether it's opportunities for their own reuse or opportunities for the reuse for others, that they're building those packages, they're building those subtasks in a way that can be easily called and referenced by other teams. We also would suggest here to explore BotStore for pre-built reusable components. So BotStore allows for you to get a jump start on your reusability by reusing some stuff that's been built by Automation Anywhere as well as other vendors. So we're going to take a look here at private BotStore as well as the public BotStore to understand how we can build for use and how it allows us to scale our automations more quickly. So here we are on public BotStore, and this is the same BotStore that everyone can access. This is at botstore.automationanywhere.com. Here you'll find thousands of pre-built bots, packages, metabots that you can download and interface with, right? So whether it's based on business process, based on category, or based on application that you're using, you can come here and find pre-built components that allow you to accelerate your bot building times. So if we take a look at some of these helpful packages, right? There's a web automation package. This one uses Selenium to do web automation and can allow you to put in your own JavaScript to find objects on a page or to get the count of objects or interface with them to click and things like that. We also have private BotStore. And private BotStore allows for organizations to create their own reusable components and post those to a private BotStore that only they can see. So if we go and look at an example one of these, they'd be able to post, the title, the benefits of it. They could post different versions. They could have their README. They could also have documentation here. So it's a really helpful way to establish that BRRRR strategy, like I talked about, of building for reuse, posting that content so other people can easily find it and digest it, and then they can use it within their own bot builds to automate or to accelerate that they're bot building.